All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the ASAP Wrestling Hour. It's your host, Nate the Great. I'm here with Ray Cruz, who's having a little bit of a technical problem with his mic, and Chris Pretty Boy Robinson. How are the both of you two doing today?
I'm doing good. I see Chris stuck with my Pretty Boy Robertson theme there, you know.
I'm gonna roll with it, man. It's catchy. I'm gonna stick with it. And I got a haircut today, so I just feel a little extra pretty.
Hey, what's up with you and Freddie getting a haircut on the same day?
Oh, he got one today too?
Yeah,
He's still ugly.
Maybe it's the Marshall thing.
That could be it. It's the Marshall thing.
Y'all go to the same barbershop too?
No, sir.
Oh.
Like his barber has like some kind of. It's kind of difficult to catch up to sometimes. Like he does a great job though. I actually know the guy. It's just kind of hard to catch up with him sometimes.
Since you and Freddie live in the same town, y'all ever see each other?
We haven't lately just because of COVID. But yeah, we'll hang out. We'll try to make some plans here soon, probably.
Oh, okay. Now, does Coach live in y'all same town now, or has he moved on, or what?
Who's that?
Coach Victor.
Yeah, I think Coach moved.
Oh, okay.
I think he's from the area though.
Yeah. Because he used to be Freddie's football coach.
Oh well, yeah.
He put it like this: Freddie couldn't play, so he set the bench. I don't know how true that is. I had to ask him.
Now I gotta ask: is Marshall east of DFW or is it south?
It is east. Marshall's East Texas. It's it's Marshall, Wascom, then Louisiana. It's like it's East Texas you're gonna get.
Then never mind. I thought that I was gonna say that I think I've been from to Marshall traveling from DFW to San Antonio, but that's not true.
Mm-mm.
Now going in and talking a little bit about wrestling, right? Real quick as I pull up the topics. Hold on.
I put Nate on the spot. My voice is kind of hurting tonight, so I had to put Nate as moderator.
Okay.
Hey, caught him off guard. But he looks like Steiner Brothers coming in with his Letterman jacket. So which Steiner Brother will you be? Will you be the dog-faced gremlin or Big Papa Pump?
I don't know.
Nate the big bad booty daddy. Holler if you hear me.
Should Lex Luger? Do you think Lex Luger should be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I had some mixed submission about it because stuff outside the ring, issues with the steroids and killing. You know why Miss Elizabeth died, right? Because he actually helped her along the death mark, and I think they put a big sting on the wrestling business there. Now you can't underestimate his ability in the ring. He was great. Him and Sting, when Lex Luger turned on him, became one of the Horsemen, and all that stuff like that. His in-ring action and being the first person to slam Yokozuna was a very telling on the aircraft carrier. I mean, his wrestling pedigree, yes, but his outside the ring is questionable. That's probably why Vince is not putting him in right now. Is because if you notice that his situation in Jeff Hardy's situation is Jeff Hardy got popped and he came back negative on the fifth, and then this man all of a sudden offered him the Hall of Fame. So he's never offered the Hall of Fame to Lex Luger yet. I would like to see him get in personally before he passes away. I mean, he's going in a wheelchair now because all the steroids and stuff like that. So his health is deteriorating. We don't know how long he's going to be left here. How long his health is, what his health situation is. But, it could be like a Pete Rhodes situation. Wait till he dies and then put him in.
I pretty much agree. I think he does need to be in. If you look at what the Hall of Fame is, it's just some people in there. There's a lot of people who shouldn't be. No offense to some of them. I mean, like Coco Beware, SD Jones. No offense to any of these men who wrestle.
It's not just the wrestling thing too. There's people in like MLB, people in NBA that and even NFL that shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame that really are.
Yeah. So when you look at what Lex Luger has done for wrestling, I mean, yeah, he deserves to be in. Just like Ray just said, he slammed Yokozuna. I mean, the match ended up not being anything, but still, he's a Royal Rumble winner. He's a former world champion. He made Hulk Hogan submit to the torture rack, which is an iconic finisher. Had an iconic moment with the forearm. Total package. He was a great tag team wrestler. Member of the Four Horsemen. Yes, he deserves to be in just strictly for ring. I think the thing is with the WWE Hall of Fame, it's just basically what Vince feels, which isn't right.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I think there should be more of a say. Honestly, I think that maybe you put in some of the screenwriters and see what they think about Hall of Fame worthy or not.
There should be like a committee or something other than who Vince wants to go in this year.
Maybe screenwriters is not the correct. I think that if you put screenwriters in there, even though that they aren't, even though that they haven't been doing well lately, I think it's still better than nothing.
Well, to me, I think the Hall of Fame, I think Vince McMahon should give it up to like former wrestlers, have a committee from former wrestlers, putting their peers, having their peers to judge if they Hall of Fame worthy, because most of the guys know the criteria, how to get in, what they need to do. I mean, he has a lot of them in. I mean, it's a big, long list of, single individuals to tag team to, athletes, actors and stuff like that from the non-athlete wing and stuff like that. But I mean, I think if you have former Hall of Famers are still limited, I think they should form a committee and have them voted in, not have them leaving it to Vince McMahon himself.
Exactly, because I mean, right now, there is no criteria. Basically, I mean, you could be. It seems like you can be an active wrestler and still go in. There's no length of like how long you need to be retired or anything. There's no rules. It's what Vince wants to do. And let's be honest, Vince is damn near 80 now. Pretty soon, well, we all know what's going to happen. At that point, then what is it? Like, how do you make the rules? Is it who Triple H and Stephanie want or what? Like, they need to go ahead and start setting guidelines.
Now, here's an idea. How about have everybody that is now? I know that some people have passed away, and moved on, but have everybody that's still alive that is a WWE Hall of Famer be a part of the committee if they want to.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, no, you don't. You can say you can rotate it. You can have these set. All right, this year in 2022, you're all part of the committee. Y'all decide which wrestlers are going in, and then the following year you like some more. You like another 5 or 6 people. Just rotate them. You ain't got to put them all at one time.
And then we do that though. Do you put the Celebrity Hall of Fame, the Celebrity Wing? Do you worry about that at all?
I mean, Vince McMahon puts in what celebrity he wants. I mean, to me, it all depends how, I don't know how he judges them, how they put them in. I know Pete Rose got in because he got slammed by the chick. He did the part with the chicken, and then he did the part with Cain.
Yeah.
So I mean, and William Shatner got in because he's just William Shatner. You can't leave.
Drew Carey got in.
Drew Carey got in because he was Drew Carey. He was Price is Right and all that stuff. So I'm surprised I don't think he put Bob Barker in yet, though.
I don't think so, and he should have been in.
Yeah, him and Jericho had a good little stint.
Now,
anybody that can beat up, Sandler and Happy Gilmore, Go ahead, Nate.
Now my question is, like, who do you think that is current in the WWE that you see being in a Hall of Fame that isn't a Hall of Famer? And, you know, obviously Edge is a 2-time Hall of Famer and he's still in the WWE, but, like, who do you think is current in the WWE that you think should be a Hall of Famer?
It's kind of a big list.
Currently, well, you know, you got to give it up to Miz. I mean, Miz should be a shoe-in, you know, because, I mean, he's good on the mic. Even though he had a good feud with John Cena, but him and, you know, John Cena, if you watch some of the stuff that he talks about on when he goes around these talk show circuits and stuff like that, he always gives credit to John Cena because John Cena said Miz said John Cena helped him to listen to the crowd. John Cena was a master of listening to the crowd. He knew how to get the crowd, the motion worked up. He knew how to play the crowd, and he taught Randy Orton, and he taught the Miz, him and Randy Orton and the Miz. He taught them how to work the crowd, and most people don't believe that in John Cena. John Cena knows how to work the crowd. He knew how to do a lot of stuff, and Miz picked up on it, and he went to him, and you know, when you taught one of the greats, and then you know. Way the Miz has been doing. I mean, you ask Miz to do a lot. I mean, go up against Braun Strowman, be in a van that gets turned over, gets be dog poop or something thrown on him. You know, the blood thing would, you know, I mean, you're asking a lot of people for that. So, you know, I think Miz should be in. I'm gonna tell you, y'all might be surprised at this. I think Dolph Ziggler is gonna get in.
I'm not surprised with it.
Because the way Doug Ziggler, and he's been around and he's been done a lot of stuff too, and he took a lot of stuff. I think he should be into that. That's my two right now. Besides John Cena, we know he's gonna be a shoe-in. We know Cain's gonna be a shoe-in. We know
Cain's already in.
Is he?
Yeah.
We know, you know, Randy Orton's gonna be a shoe-in. Roman Reigns is getting there. Seth Rollins is getting there, but they still early in their career. To me, I think Daniel Bryan should get in. I know Daniel Bryan is going in with one of the topics we got is going into the inaugural Ring of Honor Hall of Fame. You know, so I think he should get into WWE because the way he performed in WWE, getting hurt, coming back in that WrestleMania, meeting Triple H, then meeting Batista. On her ribs and stuff like that. So, I mean, you got to get, and then you got, you know, that's my opinion right now. But I'm going to tell you one name that nobody has really talked about, and he's back in the old days and he got hurt. I think Magnum TA should get in because when he got hurt, he's not in the WWE Hall of Fame. I have a list. I looked at the list today and he's not in there. He should get in. Not the reason because the way he wrestled in the ring, he was going to be a world champion, a future world champion. He got hurt in a car accident, but that didn't stop him from going around to different organizations, different things, talking to the wrestlers, and you know how they conduct the business, how they conduct in the ring, out of the ring. He's been helping a lot of wrestlers in different schools, and he's just been a ambassador to the wrestling business. And I think he should get in. That's my top three right there.
All right. I'm gonna try not to be controversial on my opinions on it. I think I definitely agree with Daniel Bryan. I'm not gonna take that one. Currently, the New Day will get in. I really think they'll be headliners, probably.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah. I mean, you got two of the three who are former world champions, the longest tag team title reign in history, the multiple time tag team champions. They took a crap gimmick, made it work, you know, had some of the highest merchandise sales. They'll be in for sure. AJ Styles will go in.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you wouldn't think it 6 years ago, you know, AJ Styles he's even in the WWE. Like from the moment he came in at number 3 in the Royal Rumble, he was a big star. They kind of messed up a little bit, you know, his beginning, but by the end of the year, they got it figured out. He was the, world champion. So AJ Styles is gonna be a. I don't know if Vince will. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they'll let him be a headliner, but AJ Styles is a Hall of Famer, and I'm trying to think of one kind of like what Ray just did too, like that legend that needs to Christian. That's why I had him on. I don't know if he ever will get in. I mean, he could get in as Edge and Christian, but Christian should be a Hall of Famer as well. He has his own body work he can stand on. He's a former world champion himself.
Now, I'm going to go with mine. 3 guys that I think really should be in the Hall of Fame. Randy Orton.
He goes without saying.
Yeah. What?
Randy Orton gets in without saying. I mean, he's...
Yeah.
I was trying to do the ones that, you don't really just think about off the top of your head.
Yeah, the ones that... Okay. You brought up Miz. And I'm kind of thinking that I think Miz is there to help Miz, and then you brought up Miz. I do want to say one thing a little bit about Monday Night Raw real quick. I think that he is having his feud, I should say, with Dominic Mysterio just to help him with the whole crowd thing.
I didn't even think of that.
That's interesting.
But I can give you a quick lowdown on that feud. That feud is helping. It's going to set up the turn. The Dominique turning on Rey Mysterio.
Turn for Dominic?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Did you listen to the last comment that Miz said to him?
Yes.
You kind of talk. You're kind of taller. I believe you're Eddie Guerrero's son. Yeah. So they could use that storyline and reverse it, even though Eddie's not here, they could reverse that and have him turn on his dad,
Right.
So.
So you already brought up Miz, but if I had to go with like a legend, a guy that trying to think of that you would think of like right out of the way.
You got it. Come on, man. You're thinking one.
Well, I didn't really. I gotta look up to see who's in and who's not.
To me, you're looking at an AJ Styles. I think he'll be there. I think Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, however you want to call him, I think he'll be there at the end of the day. Those 2 guys are just without saying. The one that I get stuck on all the time is CM Punk. That's the one I get stuck on because while he has the fans behind him, I don't think he has the body of work behind him to be a Hall of Fame inductee.
Well,
the longest title reign, though. For his one title reign alone gets him in.
Well, his independent will get him in because he was well known on the independent circuit.
He was.
And him and Bryan, and I believe it was Edge. They all had a battle on the independent circuit that nobody really knew about, and it's not really televised in anything. And the only why I knew about it is because I have a friend that was in the Navy, and he went to see a lot of CM Punk's independent wrestling up in Chicago, and he mentioned that Daniel Bryan and Edge and all them were part of a big angle that really set the world on fire up in Chicago. So I think but I think his independent circuits will get him in, along with that one WWE run. So
I just don't think WWE will want him in now. I mean, after all the way he's acted about it, like
that's what I'm saying. Because Vince is petty.
Yeah, I don't think Jericho's going to get in.
I'm gonna tell you why I think CM Punk will get in. There's one person in the Hall of Fame in 2020 that got in. That Vince McMahon said he would never put him in. That's Gary Hart. Oh, Gary Hart.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm looking at the list right now. Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame?
As a celebrity.
Celebrity wing.
That's true.
Celebrity wing.
Yeah. In 2020, Gary Hart got into the WWE Hall of Fame. And Vince McMahon Vince McMahon said he would never put him in.
And plus, there's different guys in there for different reasons. Coco Beware is not in there because he was a so-called great. I mean, he was great with the kids, but he was also one of the better hands in the WWE at that time. And Honky Tonk Man loved him, and him and Honky Tonk Man had some of the best battles I ever seen, man. So that's why Coco in there. Ain't necessarily he was a champion all throughout his career, but he was such a great hand. He was so great with the kids, man. You didn't have a choice but to put Coco in.
You know, Coco Beware was supposed to be a jobber, right?
Yep, he was supposed to.
And
yep.
He was supposed to be a jobber, and then he all of a sudden brought a bird to the ring, and then he set it on fire because he first came in. He wasn't Coco Beware with the bird. He was Coco, but he was not with the bird. He wasn't the bird man. He added the bird man to stinking for when he wrestled the what was it? I can't think of his name now. He wrestled one of the new guys that come in that became a big star, and Coco put him away, and then he said, "Well, since you're just a jobber, you just bring a bird to the ring and act like a bird." And that's what he did. He brought a bird and act like a bird, and then he got picked up, and then all of a sudden he turned into something. I think he got in the Hall of Fame because he was a good jobber. He put people over though. I mean, the way he put people over too.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
He did. I'd be mad as hell if I was him because all them matches I fought Honky Tonk Man as a champion. He was IT champ, and I can't get one of them belts off you for at least a short reign. Man, come on. Because he fought him like 6 times, and then they just won't put the belt on Coco.
Yeah.
He was a champion, if I'm correct, in Mid-South.
He was a champion in Mid-South. He was a champion in back in I think he was back in the AWA days. He was some kind of champion back in the AWA. But he had a whole makeover when he went to WWE though.
Yeah.
He wasn't never recognized from his AWA days. Because at AWA days he had the Jerry curl hair looking all the way down to covering his face, and he was kind of big and fat. And then when he went to WWE, they made him lose a little bit of weight, cut his hair.
Right.
So I mean, he looks totally different.
Oh man, but I know AJ and Daniel Bryan to get in at some point.
Yeah.
Like I said, CM Punk was always my issue. Now that Ray's talking about it, that's a good point because he had a hell of a independent career.
But are they going off of independent? I mean, I know like they do WCW, NWA stuff, but do they care about your independent success right now?
WWE does because WWE bought WCW, bought all of the independents.
Okay.
If you look at Vince McMahon's library, he owns half of the independent circuit.
Well, then if you do that, then if you go off independent, Samoa Joe's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it all depends how Vince McMahon values people, though. Yeah. You got to understand, you got to impress the owner of WWE.
Right.
Which is crap.
And even
because
even though it's just part of the show, you still have to have his blessing or his say so.
Now, I have my answer because I
forgot you were looking at. I'm sorry, Nate.
Go ahead, Nate.
I have my
jacket, by the way, bro.
I've looked through the list and I'm like,
that's who should go in. Nate's gonna say the Steiners to match his jacket.
They gonna put the whole varsity club in.
I could not find the Hardy Boys on the list.
Nope.
Hey, you won't.
Remember, that's what Jeff's thing was. Like, I heard that Jeff said that, when Vince offered him the Hall of Fame this year, he was like, yeah, if Matt can come. But Vince is, he's under AEW. No.
Yeah.
So Jeff's like, then I can't go.
It ain't because of that. Jeff turned it down because he found out that Vince McMahon was blackballing him because he knew he passed his drug test with a negative thing, and Vince told him he didn't never tell him until he actually left. And Vince finally opened it up, and he offered him the Hall of Fame. He turned him down, and it won't cause him Matt. Matt knew Matt can get in it, even though he's AEW, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, look what he did. Look what he did. Look what he did. Mickey James. He let Mickey James come down with the Impact World Women's title.
Even though they never mentioned it.
Oh, they did.
I didn't hear him mention it in that clip I saw.
Yeah, they said she was.
You might not heard. They might have took it out of the club, but they did mention it when she walked in. Here comes Impact Women's Knockout Champion.
Yeah, because
Okay.
she had the
Hey,
belt
Nick
on her
Austin.
and came
I
out
saw
to
it with the
hardcore
belt, though.
country.
That was cool. I saw it with the belt. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
They acknowledge it, but when they put the clips out, they take it out.
Okay. I did see her come out there with the belt. But who else were you looking at, Nate, besides Rick and Scott?
I said the
The Varsity Club.
I said Hardy
Right,
Boys. I
Return
said
to
Randy Orton, and then I also reiterated the Miz.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still think, and me and Ray will probably argue, I still think Lex should be in.
That's actually I was going to ask you about that because we talked about it before you jumped on.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I got a story about that. How I got that topic. I hit you upside the head with a briefcase. I took your topic and stole it. So I'm glad you're okay. You know, I didn't mean to hit you that hard.
Do you think McIntyre will get in at all?
Drew? No.
Yeah.
No. I don't think so.
No,
You know
because
what?
Vince he's still got a stain on Vince.
Yeah. I don't think Drew will get in.
There's, in all honesty, the reason I'm going to say Drew will, as of right now, I think there's only one WWE champion who will not get in, and that's Jinder Mahal. I think if you've held the
Facts.
WWE title, you're going to get in the Hall of Fame.
Well, we're moving the criteria. How are we moving the criteria, though?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just going off base like, what you
Because
think.
Luger, multiple time U.S. champ, won the world champion. Now, granted, it wasn't long. If you want to hold that against him, he was a world champ for a week. But
But he beat Hogan for it, though. I mean,
and Hogan put him over. That says something when Hogan put you over.
in a submission.
Yep.
And Sting put him over too.
Yeah. I just think, man, he need to be in now, because maybe I'm taking it from the NFL, the NBA. I always thought that your performance based on your particular sport should get you into that particular sports Hall of Fame. But now you seeing more in the NFL, what you do outside off the field is having an effect on you. Look at T.O. It took T.O. years and years to get in. Look at Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. They still ain't in. They're going to get the Veterans Committee to get them in some years down the road. So, I just think that based off what you did in the ring and with everything he did do, Triple Crown winner, Horseman, him and Barry Windham was a hell of a tag team. I just thought Lex should be in. I mean, yeah, he had issues, don't get me wrong, but who don't have issues?
Well, if you look at the 2011 class, Sonny got in. With all the issues she got going on.
Mm-hmm. Still in jail, probably.
And then, like I said, like I said too by Lex Luger, I put him in the same category as Pete Rose. Pete Rose is not going to get in the Hall of Fame until he passes away.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Which would be a shame.
Yeah.
Which would be a shame.
Even though he's got Imperial stuff in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Like his bat, his jersey, and all that when he broke the most hit record and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I mean, he's still got to be recognized. And I mean, you gonna wait till the poor man is dead to get recognized? That's just something bad about it.
Yeah, Pete was my guy back then too.
Yeah.
I want to hear Nate's, because if you put the varsity look up in Nate, me and you need to talk.
He said the Hardy Boys.
He said Hardy Boys. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody else?
He said before you came on, he already gave all his people.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Now we waiting for you,
Yeah, I said
Okay.
Randy
Mr.
Orton.
Morgan.
I reiterated Ray's point about the Miz, and then I said the Hardy Boys.
Okay. I'm taking AJ. I gotta take AJ, my favorite. Daniel Bryan, he'll be there, I think. And that's pretty much it for me.
What's your legend?
Those are only two surefires. Like I said, Randy's gonna get in regardless. So
Yeah.
he's gonna get in regardless. And there's nobody else I could really. Oh boy. From the men's side of things, think of that are surefires past those two and Randy.
I was really sitting there trying to think like what woman that's not in yet needs to go in too.
That's what I was thinking about too. That's why it took me so long. Like, I need to
What do you get?
from the
I think
women's
Mickey's
side.
in
I
there,
can't.
I don't think
Mickey's not in, I don't think.
Mickey's not in. I don't think.
Who?
Mickey's not. Mickey James.
She's not in yet.
Mickie James is not in. Gail Kim's not in. She might
Gail
not
Kim
make
will
it,
not
though.
go in.
She ain't gonna
Gail
make
Kim
it.
is not going to go in. No.
I don't understand why Vince didn't like her. Maybe she said something to him. I don't know.
He didn't. There was a
Who
thing
knows?
like when he came out, he was like, he didn't think people were attracted to Asian women.
Mm. Yeah,
And like
he
that,
a damn
Vince
lie.
has that one thing. Like
He a damn lie.
that was really somebody's response. They were like, dude, if you look it up, that's like one of the most searched things in the world, Asian women.
Yeah.
But nah, not for Vinnie Mac.
No, and then Gail might not make it, but Mickie should be in.
Mickie should.
Mm-hmm. Mickie should be in for sure.
Ivory's already in.
Yeah, Ivory's in. It took
I
forever for
actually
her to
just
make
saw
it
an
in, and
Ivory
it shouldn't
match not too long ago.
have. Huh?
Yesterday, I rewatched the 2011 Royal Rumble from the beginning. And I saw the whole weird 2-on-1 handicap match that was a title match, and it turned into a fatal 4-way.
I got a question. Why did they put Nikki Bella in? They didn't put Brie in?
I thought they were both in.
I thought they were both in too.
I only seen Nikki Bella, and she came in 2020. I see Brie. I see her. She's on the. She's on the. They didn't put them together. They put her on the top row.
Yeah. They don't deserve it, but what else?
I tell you.
Put the Bellas in, but you won't put Gail Kim in. Okay. That's a travesty.
They got Tori Wilson in too.
That's another travesty of justice.
Is Michelle McCool in?
Yes.
Yeah, she in.
Okay. You know somebody we didn't mention?
Ooh.
That's current? Brock Lesnar.
He's just surefire in.
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar.
The reason I brought him up, though,
He loves him.
With Brock, does Sable go in?
If Brock's going in, Goldberg's going in as well.
Goldberg's already in.
Goldberg's a Hall of Famer.
Okay, yeah, that's.
He's in 2018 class.
Yeah, he was a headliner.
Oh yeah.
But that's a good question, Chris, because you could put both of them in at the same time.
That's exactly what I was bringing up Brock for. Does Sable go in that year too?
Yeah, you put both of them in at the same time.
Sable's going to make it because, Vince and Sable had a romance on screen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, she turned on and made him turn on Stephanie McMahon and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, Chris, why do you think you say Chris Jericho won't get in?
Just because of how right now, his podcast. When somebody leaves WWE, they go on his show just to bash.
That's true.
You sure about that? Because he came on Stone Cold's podcast, and even though he was in AEW and on the WWE network,
that's just like a Vince thing. I still don't think he'll be a Hall of Famer. Vince will not put him in. I'll say that.
Chris, the only thing I have against that is they put. Yeah, I know we interviewed him and all, but Stevie Ray's in, and he didn't participate in WWE.
But I understand what he did in WCW though. That's why Stevie got in. That's why Stevie got in.
I understand that. That. But he was not part
But he wasn't participating.
He was never part of the WWE roster.
That's true.
And if Stevie Ray's in the Hall of Fame, Chris Jericho is probably going to be in.
As Stevie Ray is my close personal friend.
I agree.
Name dropper.
He deserves to be in. But I'm not saying Jericho's not a Hall of Famer by any stretch of the imagination. Of course he is. In Vince McMahon's world, though, is he?
All right, I'm gonna give you something right here.
If you let the man beat Stone Cold, if you let the man beat The Rock, the same night, you can sort of kind of see his high esteem. So
but that also is like the first AEW World Champion. He has his own cruise of wrestling. Like everything he does directly competes against you.
All right, I'm gonna share something. I found this with Booker T. Booker T said this. He mentioned Lex Luger. We already said that. How about Van Vader? Big Van Vader.
If you Not his WWE work, but I mean, if you put Vader in, hell, look at what he did in Japan and WCW.
You putting Vader in because of his career accomplishments.
Yeah.
If you putting Vader in, it'd be for his career.
Now here's an idea. What if you make like a Hall of Fame for each brand, and then make an overall Hall of Fame for wrestling?
You already have
Huh?
that.
Yeah.
You already have that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because WWE has their Hall of Fame, Impact has their Hall of Fame, and there's an overall.
And Ring of Honor's just putting theirs in now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
You already have that. We're not counting what Cauliflower does too.
What?
I believe I gotta look it up. But Harlem Heat made the Cauliflower Alley Hall of Fame, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta look that up. It just hit me. But they made a Hall of Fame too. So you're sort of kind of starting to see that go down a little bit.
all right, so this is on the Hardy Boys. Dave Mesler, Wrestling Observer, released this. WWE head of the Talents Relation, John Laurinaitis, returned to the company. The offer was said to have come a few weeks ago and reportedly included an induction into the Hall of Fame for Jeff Hardy. And he said, and Hardy came back and said it was 1 week too late.
Cauliflower Alley Hall of Fame. Maybe that's what it was. Man, but that's a good one on Vader. That's a good one. Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I got a question for y'all. See if who can get this one right. Who is the youngest person inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? He has to be a wrestler, not outside of wrestling. He has to be a wrestler. So who's the youngest inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Edge.
I'm going with Chris.
I'm going.
Yeah, Edge is Adam Copeland was 39 years old when he accepted the honors.
Yeah, I can, because he retired like he came back. His career is basically off of comebacks, so I can understand if they put him in. He's a 2-time Hall of Famer, and I can understand. Hey, put him in the Hall of Fame during his breaks.
Is he too?
They put him in that. They put him in as part of the Brew and the Rated R.
Yep.
His stand with Rated R with him in the sex scene on the bed in the middle of the ring with Lita.
That was awesome, by the way. Lita ain't look so good.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lita boy. Hey, I got one. Y'all putting Bobby Lashley in?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's also been said that Vince McMahon really likes him. So
Man,
that's why.
Well, as long as y'all put Bobby Lashley in, it'll be all right. I think it'll be all good and everything. That's
I know he's
off this
not a wrestler.
big man I ever seen.
I know he's
That's
not.
go ahead.
He's not a wrestler, but why not put Paul Heyman?
Oh yeah,
He's going in.
Mhm.
He's going in eventually. It's just when Vince ready to put him in.
Heck yeah.
He's gonna be in there.
Heck yeah.
What about Eric Bischoff?
This year?
He's already in.
Yeah.
Is he?
He went in 2021.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
All right, how about this? We haven't mentioned Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Easily.
That's a shoe-in.
Yeah.
Hey, when they putting the Undertaker in?
I didn't think about that.
This year.
You got a headline a show.
I think
gotta
it'll be this
headline a
year. He's from Texas. It's in Dallas.
Yep. You got a headline a show, and there's nothing better than putting Undertaker in right now. If you want to get seats and get views, that's how you do it.
You do Undertaker
Yeah,
this year.
next
you do
year?
Rock next year in LA.
2023.
Here's just something that might seem a little bit spicy. If I'm not saying if the Undertaker only participated in WrestleMania and no other match in WWE, I still think he should be in.
Hell yeah.
Because he only has one loss.
Who made the Hall of Fame this year? They really.
They haven't announced it.
Nope,
They usually do. They usually do that with WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can see the Undertaker being a headliner this year.
It's got to be Taker. It's in his hometown.
It's
home
yeah.
state.
Yeah, you do him this year. You do The Rock next year in LA.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be perfect for the
when you do The Rock in Miami though. Wait till WrestleMania go back to Miami and do The Rock.
I would do it in LA.
But he's Hollywood.
I'll do it in LA. You'll get more views off of that. And all the Hall of Fame is a show at the end of the day.
I mean, they got to start announcing the Hall of Fame. I mean, this April 1st, 2022.
They do. They need to start announcing people. And like late February, early March, you start seeing that?
Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Usually they start talking about it after the Royal Rumble.
That's what I thought. I feel like
they start putting like clips together for all because you got to have a few months to get all the shows to get the clips out. Who's going to make the Hall of Fame and not?
Right. Y'all putting any of the horsewomen in?
Now or ever?
When they're done?
No, I'll wait to see what Ronda Rousey does here on out. I mean, she's getting a contract for 2 to 3 years. I think that she signed a contract for 2 to 3 years.
Y'all not giving it to Charlotte right now?
No.
Honestly, all 4 go in.
I don't know.
I did too.
I don't know about Bayley.
Whoa!
So
I almost just ended this whole.
So when she hurt. So when she comes back, she should be okay. She should be okay.
Well, I think Bayley gets in because the way she brought herself into wrestling and way she got herself changed over. I mean, you got to understand changing your character that you've been in the character for a long time is kind of hard.
Yeah.
And you got some people that can't really change characters. And when they started making John Cena, they found out John Cena can change characters. You see how many times he changed his character? You really didn't know he changed his character. Yeah. By him changing his character, by simply he brought out a hand towel. He made that thing seem effortless that he'd been doing it all the time. He never did it until a couple times.
Now here's an idea. What about Bray Wyatt?
No.
Not now.
Not for a while.
Not no
you gotta let Vince slow down from his portrayal.
Yeah. Did you see that picture he took with JoJo?
That did not look like JoJo.
Woo. Boy. Good job, bro. Good job.
Have you seen the skits on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
The Wyndham skit?
Mm-mm.
Man, I started watching them things. They got too eerie.
It's getting even eerier because people believe that he's gonna send Bo Dallas in. He's gonna send his brother in first.
Mm.
Because I think the reason he's gone to court to try to get the Fiend away from WWE. Because the Fiend is his creation, not Vince's creation.
Yep.
The Fiend was his creation.
It was. That's true.
He came out in an interview. He said he paid about $10,000 for that Fiend mask.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, the Fiend mask has been made by a real horror movie.
The old one or the new one?
And the one that he's been wearing.
Okay.
He paid $10,000 for the one that he wore in WWE, and was made by a real horror film guy who does all the makeups in the horror movies. He actually created that himself, and he said it took him about 15 to 20 days of him putting the wax thing on and getting it all ready for him and formatted for his face. And now Vince McMahon said he trademarked it. I don't think he really trademarked it. I think Wyatt really patented it, and he just in his contract. Vince put something in his contract that he can't use it.
Mm.
Y'all putting your boy Magnus / Nick Aldis in
the WWE.
Mm-hmm. You see some guys who never wrestled in WWE make it, a la Stevie Ray.
But they bought WCW.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Yeah, Stevie Ray got in because of Harlem Heat.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you look at everything that he's done, he went over to Impact, did his thing in Impact, went to NWA, ruled over in the NWA. Maybe this needs to do his thing a little bit longer. We'll see.
I like him, but he's so damn boring. Like
How about Adam Cole?
Ooh. I like Nick though. Nick all right. He's
I
just great.
don't know. It's just something about him, man.
In the ring, he's great.
He's
I
good
think
in the
he's good
ring. It's just
but
he's
promos,
so damn boring.
Because he's too direct in his promos.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe too stiff.
I think honestly,
I love him as a wrestler though.
my favorite thing about Adam Cole is his Royal Rumble appearance that happened a few years ago. When he came into the Royal Rumble with the sore stomach.
Oh yeah,
wrapped around stomach.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I mean, I don't know because he's only NXT.
Yep. Only.
How about the John Moxley versus Ethan Page match? Y'all like that?
Was it on Rampage?
Yeah, it was on Rampage.
Yeah. I guess because I'm expecting Moxley to just come back and be just kick everybody ass.
Be Moxley.
And I think he's selling too much right now. That's kind of bothering me a little bit.
Well, I mean, I understand he was in rehab and stuff like that. He had to come back. I mean, but he's gonna have to work his way back. AEW's feeling he might have to work his way back up. But someday, you can't get the fact that Kenny Omega and Moxley's feud, man. That the botch stuff they exploded in the ring. The botch they did that. The company botched that completely up. So
putting Kenny in.
Kenny in a what?
You can't put Kenny in WWE. They ain't never wrestled in WWE.
Oh, put Kenny in, man. Don't do the man like that.
Hey, how about your favorite team, the Young Bucks?
No, sir. They don't go. No. Never, ever. No. No, they don't deserve it. No. Man.
What y'all think about Jade Cargill?
My thing with her. Here's my thing with her. To be real, she has a great look, but she's still green. She's very stiff in the ring. If you look at her, I would be scared to get in the ring with her because she's so stiff she can get somebody hurt. And I'm shocked they put the belt on her. I would have put it on Soho until she was ready. Cause I just don't think she was ready. And now she's getting all this. And hopefully, I hope she continues to improve in the ring. But if you go back and look at that match, that was a terrible match. And like I said, I'm shocked they put the belt on her. But she got a great look. And so I can just hope she gets better.
Now, do you think that Dusty Rhodes is really helping her? Because, it's been mentioned that Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes, and all that has been helping her train.
I think so. And that's why I'm holding out hope that she gets better so she can actually be in there and earn that title. But I thought it should at least get that belt to Ruby Soho. Kept her being the searcher, kept her being the challenger until she was ready in the ring to really hold on that belt and do something special. Right now,
I think what they did, if they were going to keep her undefeated, they should have kind of made her a Goldberg type wrestler.
Right.
Just have her come in, kick ass, pin them, and go home.
Yep.
Don't try to make her have long matches.
Right.
Mask what she's doing, and then just keep training her behind the scenes, and then one day just come out and shock everybody, and like she puts on a good match. But
and plus,
you can see. Oh, go ahead.
And plus, let me interrupt. Plus, you devalued Soho in that match, and I thought that was wrong. If you were gonna make her look good, that would have been the time to make her look good, and you devalued her. And I don't know if she'll be able to get over that or not.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Soho.
That women's division is coming up strong, man.
They have put Soho has 2 big losses because they could have built her up to beat Britt. Because honestly, there's nobody who's even in Britt's league right now.
and Britt's so over. But let me ask y'all this. I think if Britt drops that belt, she'll still be the most over woman there.
Easily, but to who?
Yeah. That makes sense. I can't see it.
Because in all
And y'all
honesty,
like
Britt's a better champion than Adam Page.
Mm-hmm. That women's champion, that women's division is getting strong, man. It's getting strong.
how about Statlander?
She's a good wrestler.
Good wrestler.
I'm happy she's toning down that alien crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was kind of dumb to me.
Her and Orange Cassidy together, you know.
My little dog pockets, as Jim Cornette calls them. I don't know. Like, I think the thing on Orange Cassidy is like, okay, it's cool for the first like 4 times you see the gimmick, but the shin kicks they're not doing it for me anymore. The hands in your pockets.
All right, I'll give you one. How about Ricky Starks and Jay Lethal? That match was pretty good.
That finish. Oh my God.
I like Ricky Starks. He's been in the game for a minute. I like Ricky Starks.
So, John, to answer your question, how did Cain get in the Hall of Fame before Undertaker? That's
Because go ahead. You want to go answer?
that's because Cain retired before Undertaker.
Yep.
No. Undertaker put Cain in. Vince McMahon was never going to put Cain in. Undertaker made Vince put Cain in.
Why are you tripping on Cain, man?
And Ian has a question. Is AEW's having the same troubles with her, just like WWE had troubles with Nia Jax?
Hell no. Not Jay's not killing nobody.
Nope.
Nia was broke.
Did you read the article that Nia Jax put out about her breaking Becky Lynch's nose? Yeah, about breaking Becky Lynch's nose. She said it wasn't a work. She literally broke her nose for the reason that Becky Lynch told her she couldn't wrestle in the match. So she went on and broke her nose. And then Vince came back in and said, "That's how you be a heel."
Vince got a point, though. Vince got a point. Like Undertaker told Stone Cold at some point, you got to stand up for yourself. And if that's what Nia thought she had to do to stand up for herself, hey, she lasted longer than I thought she would have in WWE. Tell you that. I thought she was going to be gone sooner than what she was because she was so unsafe.
Who's her cousin?
Yep, exactly. I did it for the Rock.
Did you ever heard the story that people talk about how the Undertaker ruled backstage and stuff like that? The so court they had back there?
The wrestler's court?
Yeah.
I thought one time he was about to kick Bret Hart's ass.
Who?
Undertaker.
He didn't want those problems.
I thought he was about to kick his ass one time. He was telling a story about gorilla position backstage. I forgot what match, but Bret was always talking about how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that. Undertaker told him to shut the hell up and listen. And Bret tried to give him all this feedback, and it's like I thought Undertaker about to kick his ass.
You know, the Undertaker calls the match. He don't allow nobody else to call the match.
Mm-hmm.
He's always the one in charge of the match. From day one since he arrived, even though he was in a feud with Hulk Hogan, he never let Hulk Hogan call the match. He always called the match.
Really?
Yep.
That I didn't know.
Me neither.
Yep. You know who taught him that, right? Sting. And they were wrestling as a tag team partner. Sting told him, "You never let the veteran call the match. You always call your match. You want your match to be the way you want it. You better step up and call it." He told Hulk Hogan. He told Hulk Hogan to shut it. You know what up? He said, "I'm calling this match. You listen to what I tell you." That's why his match has always been fluid. If you notice, some of his matches have not been botched in the early years and stuff because he was calling the match. He was telling, "Hey, I'm gonna rise up this way. You need to go that way." You know, because if you let other wrestlers call his matches, Undertaker could never do stuff what he was doing.
Right. He never get his stuff in, or fear that
Yeah.
he won't get his stuff in.
And he has some way in the ring. He has some way in the ring to let his people know, hey, I'm going to old school. I'm going to get on the rope, but I need you to help me balance myself on the rope. And if you watch the wrestlers that he's on the ropes with, they back up a couple of inches.
Yeah.
That so give him enough support. Because Undertaker can't walk the ropes by himself. He had to have support because he's a big guy.
Right.
It's so amazing that he can do that.
He's a former basketball player. And Stone Cold said, Kevin Stone Cold got it in one time. And he said, I'll meet you on the basketball court. We're going to shoot for it. And he said, okay. He said he showed up. He said, Undertaker was shooting threes like it wasn't nothing.
I read the other day, now I know this is kind of a little bit off topic, but I read the other day that Brock Lesnar, you brought up the whole thing about him, well, about a different person being a former basketball player. I read that Brock Lesnar used to play for the Minnesota Vikings.
He was on the tryout.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he tried out for him.
He did try out. He didn't make it, but he was a tryout.
But he was a good amateur wrestler, though. He was a NCAA champion at Oklahoma.
I think he was trying out for
defensive
end. Yeah.
There was a bunch of wrestlers who were in the NFL though, because Baron Corbin, he was
Roman Reigns was.
Roman Reigns was. I know you played for Georgia Tech.
Did you hear Chad Johnson describe Roman Reigns as a teammate? He said you walked in the locker room, and if Roman Reigns is in the locker room and then Roman Reigns is butt naked, you better turn around and walk out. Because he said he'll grab people in the towel, think he's a wrestler, and pick them up and try to throw them through the locker room and everything else.
Didn't he play for Georgia Tech?
Yes.
Yeah.
He played Georgia Tech at the same time Chad Johnson was there.
Okay.
He was actually pretty good, but he got injured in the NFL. He was on the Jacksonville Jaguars practice squad for a while.
Yeah, Goldberg played.
Goldberg was with the Falcons, I think.
He was at Falcons.
Yeah, he was at Falcons.
Yeah, he played at Georgia.
Didn't he get hurt too?
He got hurt in the NFL.
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah,
he hurt his neck, and doctor told him he couldn't play no more. Now Bautista was he was a bouncer in Washington D.C.
Yeah,
I heard that.
He said the only way he got picked up in the WWE is because Vince McMahon came to his bar, saw him as a bouncer.
Oh, I didn't know that story.
Yeah.
I know Batista's the one who got Titus O'Neil in the wrestling.
Yeah.
You see Titus O'Neil's on Fox News now.
What?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's an analyst on Fox News.
I didn't know that. I know Brodus Clay.
Yeah, he's on like a weekend show, I think.
Poor Titus.
He still wrestles. He had a championship belt with him. I don't know what organization he wrestled with, but he wrestles still.
Poor Titus. Never made it to be what he could have been. Never made it what he could have been.
I'm looking at the list of people that actually played NFL and also wrestled.
Monty Brown. I don't know if I remember him from TNA. He's Marcus Carvana. I think he played with the Patriots.
Him and R-Truth? Was that team?
Was he with Truth? Oh,
tag champs over there?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that was him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta look that one.
I got a question. How about?
Because I know Truth
about
was tag champion over there with somebody.
Yeah. How about R-Truth? Is he gonna make a WWE Hall of Fame?
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, definitely.
He better. He's over 50 years old, sitting out there wrestling.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, he'll make
wrestling like he's 30.
Yeah.
Wrestling like he's 30. That man can still go.
Yeah, he says the Steiner Brothers. I think the Steiner Brothers should get in too.
Scott need to be in for that promo alone.
Yeah.
Math one.
Yep. He need to be in for that promo alone. 50% chance.
And it's so crazy, man. If you go back and like add it up, everything he says adds up right.
It does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
25% chance.
And he
That was
knows
crazy.
he can't beat me.
Bro, you got a 10% chance of beating me.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think that certain people. I still believe Magnum TA should be in.
Yeah.
Even though he had a short career, but he's still an ambassador to wrestling. He didn't ever let the injury. He never let the injury phase him. He said, "I can't wrestle no more, but let me go talk to these young wrestlers. Let me go talk to these people that are training coming up. Let me go talk to the old veterans and stuff like that." Right. He kept himself involved. I mean, if you look at him, and I mean, he's in bad health conditions. I mean, he had braces on his knee, he had to be wheelchaired in, but he still showed up. And I mean, I went to a lot of wrestling events in Norfolk, Virginia. That's where he showed up the most, at the Scope Arena. Mm-hmm. And every time they had a wrestling event there, he didn't care if it was WWE, independent wrestling, he was right there. And he got up there and he started talking to the crowd. And, and I think one wrestler got really booed out and the crowd started throwing paper at him and stuff like that. Magnum TA got out of the ring, walked up to the ring, told him to all stop. He said, this guy's new, he's learning. And I know he understands. He's saying he made a lot of mistakes in these matches, but he don't need to throw paper at the dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, is the Northern Scope still around?
Yes. The hockey team plays in it.
That building is just known for NWA, WCW stuff. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the WWE Invasion, when they brought the tank, that was at the Scope.
Oh my goodness.
With WWE and when the DX was trying to invade, that was at the Norfolk Scope.
Man, that building has some memories in it, man.
Because we had to help them get the tank out of the plane because they had to land on the military base at Norfolk Naval Station to get the tank out. That tank they were driving, they had to land in Norfolk to get it, so we had to help them unload the tank out of the plane. Because they got a plane. We were the only one that had the special equipment to get the tank out.
Right.
So
I feel you.
So we knew that was coming because we had to get the tank out. We had to help them get set up. We had to put it on a flatbed truck to take it down, so they didn't want to have to drive it so far. So yeah, I mean, that's a lot of. I mean, like Nikita Koloff, Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff should be in there.
Yeah.
I don't think, did the Freebirds get in there yet?
I thought P.S. Hayes was in.
I think they did. I feel like they did.
I thought they were in, yeah.
I know the Von Erichs got in.
Him and Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah, I know all the Von Erichs are in.
Yeah.
Mike, Kevin, and Kerry.
Yeah, I think so.
Where
the Midnight Express at?
I know. How about Jim Cornette? Is he ever going to get in?
Who?
Jim Cornette.
I can see it.
Not as long as Vince is alive.
They don't hate each other, I don't think. I mean, Cornette never say anything bad about him on his show.
But they deserve to be in. Sweet Stand Beer for Bobby. Those boys deserve to be in.
Yeah. Like, didn't they go?
That's too bad.
I don't
think. Let me look.
I don't think they're in.
Somebody just went in not too long ago that Cornette was with.
Where did Ray go? I missed that.
He got inducted to the Hall of Fame and just left us. Man did like a Thanos snap or something and left.
Let me see.
Thanos just snapped 25% of us.
Sorry, I hit the X button back.
You're good, man.
I did the Undertaker disappearing act.
I was making Infinity War jokes.
Anyway, let's see here. Let's see if I can find.
So Damian actually has a comment. He says, question, sorry if changed the subject, but speaking of Hall of Fame, why did Binion should have been in Hall of Fame for what he did? But now how is it fair that Jimmy Snuka is not in the Hall of Fame when he killed someone?
I was trying to avoid it earlier when I was doing my list.
Yeah.
Because that's such a touchy subject. Like in the ring, Benoit is, but you can't overlook how he left.
Particularly when it's his family. What Snooker did was, I think, if memory serves, was not
it was his
saying
girlfriend.
it's right on either accord, but with Snooker, I think it was what? I don't think it was a family member, was it?
No, it was his girlfriend.
It was his girlfriend.
The thing on Snooker though is effed up as this sounds, he was never found guilty.
Right.
That's the only way. That's the only way I can look
guilty
at it.
charge accounted with that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, do I think he did it? Hell yeah. But the court said no.
Mm-hmm.
He stays.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have enough evidence.
There was plenty of evidence. Vince had more money than
Yeah,
Vince covered it up for him.
Yeah,
plenty.
Yeah.
I think Ray Lewis did it also, but
yeah, right, you did it.
Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy's in, but the other guy's not in. The third member. Buddy Roberts is in. Yeah, they all three in.
All three in. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Terry Bam Bam Gordy went in 2016 with Sting.
Okay.
And so did Buddy Roberts. So did Michael P.S. Hayes.
I thought so.
Jimmy Garvin's in.
Yep. He that here.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg went in 2016.
Yep.
He was a celebrity.
Went in for Warrior
Award. Sting the only AEW member that was in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Like currently?
Yeah.
Right now.
Jake.
Right now.
Well, Jake Roberts.
But Jake Roberts, I mean, he's off and on.
Obviously because he was there last week.
Yeah.
Arn Anderson's in there.
Yeah.
Arn Anderson's in there.
Yeah.
Do you think Cody Rhodes should be in WWE Hall of Fame?
No.
Who?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody shouldn't. Dustin should.
Dustin should be in, but not Cody. Not Cody. Mm-mm.
I'm trying to think who else is in AEW that could be.
Arn Anderson's in the Hall of Fame still.
Is Tully?
Tully's in it too. Yeah.
Yep.
Mark Henry's in. He was in the class of 2018.
Who?
Yeah, Mark Henry.
Oh, I heard of that.
Mm-hmm. Because you remember Big Show inducted him.
How about Big Show?
Is Big Show in?
I was just about to say that.
I don't think Big Show got to go in.
I don't think Big Show.
He's not in yet.
I don't think Big Show's not in yet.
But I think he should go.
He should go in.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
When he leaves AEW, probably.
All right, your contract AEW over. Okay, he will put you in.
What about Taz? Does he get to go in?
That's a good one.
You got to look at ECW.
That's a good one. But ECW, is it still valued today as it was back then?
Yeah. Because ECW gets over because it was all hardcore matches.
Yeah, but I say honestly, it's probably more valued now, just because of who Paul Heyman is. People go back and look up Paul Lee Dangerously.
So we putting Taz in. Okay.
How do y'all feel about Hook?
Oh God, that dude. Only why he's in there because of his dad.
Okay, so it's not just me. Like I get people like, I mean, he's not bad in the ring, but it's like, man, come on, let's chill out.
He got him because of his dad. That's all that is.
I don't know why y'all bull joking around. Shotmasters deserve to be in there. Come on, come on, man.
Now I know it might be a little bit of a touchy subject because he passed away. But what about oh gosh, I just looked at his name, Luke Harper.
In the WWE. No.
WWE.
I don't think so.
All right. Let me ask you these questions. And if you got it pulled up, Nate, don't answer. Who is the first WWE Hall of Famer inducted? In what year?
Andre the Giant, 1993.
Actually, I was going to say, I was going to say.
He was the only one. And Hulk Hogan didn't get inducted until 2005.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I'm confusing it. 1993 was the first Hall of Fame, but 1988 was the first Royal Rumble. That's what I'm swapping those two. I'm swapping those two. Okay.
Yeah, if you look at the history of the WWE Hall of Fame, it goes all the way up from 1993, 94, 95, 96. It skips and then come back into 2004.
Why?
Old coffee. He made it in 2005.
Yeah. Roddy Piper, Bob Orton, Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart, Nikolai Volkov, Paul Orndorff.
I was just about the AEW thing. JR.
JR's in it.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah, and he's in AEW. We were talking about that.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yep. Dusty Rhodes was also in AEW too as a Hall of Famer.
Now he's in there, but what do y'all? But do you think he's deserving to be there? Larry Zbyszko?
He got in there. He got in there from his AEWA days.
I just got issues with the man. Personal.
He got in there because of his AEWA days. That's all that was. Him and Vern Gagne and all Nick Bockwinkel.
Cause he ain't do that much in WCW. other than being in that faction with Arn Anderson.
His claim of fame was Nick Bockwinkel and Vern Gagne.
Right.
In the AEWA matches and on ESPN. Yeah, that's what I used to watch when I got home after school.
Me too. I just got personal issues with the man. How the heck you gonna tell somebody you're gonna be on somebody's podcast for $500? Okay. Don't
ask me how. Don't ask me how I watch AEW when I didn't have cable.
I did the same thing. I had to descramble it, cuz that was nothing.
No, I didn't have a descrambler. You know what I did? I was smart enough to run a wire. I took an electricity class. I run a wire from my house to my next door neighbor house, hooked it into the cable box. So I had everything he had over on my channel too.
Damn.
Hey, he came out the door. He said, "What's this cord running over there for?" I said, "We just had to hook up to your." They hooked up power up to it so we could get power. It was 80. It was a 65-year-old man. It's like he left it alone. And then my dad come home and he says, "How do you get cable?" And he looked outside. He said, "You stealing somebody's cable?" I said, "Oh God." So yeah, that's how we used to get cable.
Yeah, but he told a friend of mine that he tried to get him on his podcast, and he said, "Oh, well, I'll be on your podcast for $500." Okay. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. 500. And then I don't know, back in the old days when you had the old TVs and you had the channels are like these scramble and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But sometimes the thing goes up and you see it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, my dad's like, I get up, my dad and them go to bed. I get up and there was a porn channel on the TV and it just scriggle line. And then the next thing you know, you see the things and on the scrambler and stuff. So like, yeah, and that's how I watch a lot of my WWE pay-per-views too.
Yep.
So yeah, Sting's already in. He says Sting. Mm-hmm. Sting's already in. Got in 2016.
Yep.
18.
Yep.
Let's see who else. We talked about Christian.
AEW. It was 2016 because AEW hasn't started then. And then I don't think so.
Yeah, it was 16.
AEW didn't start until 2019, I don't think, right?
Yeah, it was 16 because I went to the WrestleMania in Dallas. Because I remember,
2016.
I didn't go to the Hall of Fame, but like I was back in my hotel room and I was getting on the elevator, and this dude, he just came up, like he didn't even know why I was there. He was like, "Man, Sting just announced his retirement." Like, well, I am here for WrestleMania, but like this dude was like so shook for it. So yeah.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's he got in the Hall of Fame twice. 2022.
NWO.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Break House Brown. That's a name from the past.
So
Pistol Pez Watley made it last year.
Yeah.
Triple H is in because of DX. We know Triple H will go in as Triple H. Do you see Triple H and Ric Flair being 3-time Hall of Famers because of Evolution going in?
I don't know. All right, how about this? Let's take it out of context here. Why is Stephanie McMahon's not in yet?
Why is no McMahon in? In all honesty, Vince should be in.
That's a hell of a
hold up.
nepotism. That's nepotism if you ever seen it.
Hey, I tell you why Vince is not in. He's holding himself the same accountability he held Jeff Hardy to. He couldn't pass a drug test.
But that's some nepotism for your ass right there, boy. It's the family.
I mean,
I'm gonna put my daughter in. But seriously, though, that's a good point because Stephanie was a champion.
Yeah.
So is Molly Holly. What's your point?
Man, Molly was a champion. She's in.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, hell, that proved my point wrong.
Molly made it in last year.
Yeah, I tell you. We can break it up. We can break it up by women.
Love Molly Holly, by the way. She was awesome.
Let's see here.
Molly Holly was 2020, I think.
I thought she last year. I thought she was 2020.
Yeah, she's in the Hall of Fame. Sensational Sherry, Sue Hatchison, Leela, Luna Bajlan.
Sean.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Ethel Johnson.
who?
I think
Ethel Johnson. She's an old wrestler.
Oh, he going back from the jump. Okay. He going
Cora
from 92
Combs.
now. Okay.
How about Corey Combs? Her picture's in black and white. That's how old she is. Then China's in there.
Yeah, China should be.
Yeah, Alundra Blaze is in there. Jacqueline's in there.
They both should be.
Then you got Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus. Tori got in there because of the Playboy.
Yep.
Wendy
So
Richter.
Tori's in. Is Stacey going to get to go in too if Tori's in?
Yeah, eventually. Since she gets off Cloud 9 being all these hot actors' wives.
You said Cloud9.
Hey, see how far old I am. I got another one too. You know, your dad used to say, I beat you down like more. I forgot how he said it. He said, I'll beat you down more than what Carter got liver pills. So that's what it is.
But yeah, Molly made it last year.
Yeah.
I love Molly, man. It's awesome.
There are 228 wrestlers and celebrity, total of 228 between the wrestlers and celebrities in the WWE Hall of Fame.
We put Victoria in.
Not yet.
I would. I really think she helped revolutionize women's wrestling by being hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a dominant restaurant in Chicago, I think.
And she had one of the best finishers ever.
She helped the women's division in two major companies.
She did help Impact too.
Mm-hmm.
How many Hall of Fame people did TNE has in their Hall of Fame right now?
Like in the TNA Hall of Fame?
In the
Yeah.
TNA Hall of Fame?
Yeah. How many?
Not even 10.
I was gonna say 10.
Got 10 in. You ready for this? I got Abyss. You got Awesome Khan. You got Brother Devon, Brother Ray, Earl Hebner, Gail Kim, Jeff Jarrett, Ken Shamrock, Kurt Angle, and Steen.
I still remember when Jeff Jarrett appeared in 2019 Royal Rumble. That was so funny.
Him and Elias?
Yeah, that was funny.
I still remember Ken Shamrock, man. That dude was all jacked up. Looking at Al Bundy, a jacked up Al Bundy. He was jacked up. Bro.
All right. So who was the first entrance in the TNA Hall of Fame?
What's that?
Who was the first one to get inducted into TNA Hall of Fame?
Sting?
Yep. Class of 2012.
Ain't Kurt in?
Kurt was second.
Kurt got in the following year, 2013.
Okay.
I knew it was either Sting or Kurt. I mixed them up.
Yeah, it was going to be one of them, yeah.
You know what's really crazy when you think about it? Kurt Angle had, most of his career in TNA as opposed to WWE.
Yeah.
His major stuff was in WWE, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like longevity wise, yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Let's see here.
I think Shawn Michaels is in the Hall of Fame twice.
Yeah. With DX and then by himself.
DX.
And himself. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a.
I think Marty Jannetty should get in. Just go taking the kick going through the glass.
Marty will never get in. He'll never get in.
No,
I think he should because he took that kick through the glass.
If you ever like the stuff outside of the ring is why Marty can't.
He'll never get in because outside of the Rockers, and the Rockers never officially won the tag titles. Outside of that, he had one IC run, and it was like crickets. It was like crickets chirping during that whole IC run that he had. And then you look at
how about
if he does outside the ring? Nah, man.
Is AJ in TNA Hall of Fame? Damien was
asking.
No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
No, AJ's not in there. I just named all 10 of them.
Yeah, he should be, but no.
Yeah, he should be in there.
How about this name? I'm gonna throw a name up here and tell me yay and nay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Are they in or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Too Cool.
What? No.
Heck no.
Scotty Too Hottie. And
oh, God.
and Jerry Lawler's kid. But Jerry Lawler's kid passed away though too. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
But
You know what's crazy though? That Rikishi got in, and the only reason he got over was because of Too Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Did he ever win a title?
Intercontinental.
Okay. And it must
But he did. But he did put Vince Kiss My Ass out of business.
And it must have been a slow run because I don't remember him being in Intercontinental.
That wasn't a very good run.
Yeah, I thought so. I did it for
he's a better car salesman than he was Intercontinental champion.
I did it for the Rock. I'm never gonna forget that promo. I did it for the Rock.
But his big claim to fame is
his ass.
And then Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club.
And then he said it depend. And then he said it depended if you like you or not how it smelled.
Yeah, I did see that somewhere. Yeah.
Nasty. Nasty Joker, man. Oh.
Yeah. Somebody asked him that. He said, "Do you ever wash your butt before you go into the ring and stuff like that?" He said, "Yeah, Vince makes me wash 3 or 4 times before I even go out there." He said, "Sometimes I get to the arena and if I know they're gonna put my butt in thing, he sits in a hot tub. He sits in a hot tub until he has to get out and go wrestle, and bubble bath so it smell good."
Actually, it was quite pleasant.
He said that all the wrestlers that he had that did the kiss me, and put his butt on, they paid him extra to do it. So, but yeah, I mean, I think Jake Lethal should get in just because of all the promos he did of Ric Flair, word for word.
Good promos.
I truly feel like Jay Lethal's very underrated. Like, I know he has his Ring of Honor stuff, but I just don't think people talk about him enough as one of the best wrestlers in the world.
I think the problem is ROH isn't where it needs to be, where he could have been seen by everybody to get those accolades.
Good point.
No thanks to Sinclair Broadcasting messing up.
But if you look at it too, Ric Flair said that he never had somebody do word for word replay what he had to say than Jay Lethal. Every single move, every single thing, throwing the clothes, doing the elbow drop, they even sounding like him,
Oh man,
Macho Man.
He's in. He went in after he died. Unfortunately,
he went after he died. Yeah.
Yeah, because his brother put him in. The Genius.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lenny Poffo. Yeah, he died in Sarasota, Florida, about 4 hours from where I live. Yeah, car wrapped around. He fell asleep and hit the tree.
Is that did he fall asleep or have a heart attack? I heard different
He-
things.
First he fell asleep, then he had a heart attack.
Oh, okay.
He had a heart attack in his sleep.
I got you.
That's why he couldn't get. That's why he couldn't react.
Now, wasn't somebody else in the car with him? Or was it just
I think his girlfriend was.
Okay.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But still, Nate. I still think Nate got the best dress tonight.
Oh,
He got the Letterman jacket.
I like that jacket, man.
That's a Letterman jacket, dude.
That's a nice
Yeah,
jacket, man.
I got it for high school about
Yeah.
3 years ago.
I wish I could still fit mine. If I put mine there, it'd be a fat man in a small suit.
Now you got the Chris Nowinski jacket.
Hey, nah.
I'll be singing the song. Fat man in a small suit.
Hey, real quick, is Grant Valentine in?
Who?
I don't think so.
Grant the Hammer Valentine.
Well, you know what? I think he did go in.
I think so. Let me see if I can look. Let me see if I can look it up and not clicking myself off this time. There you go. Ready?
Class of 2004. I see it.
It was 4. I was gonna say
Yeah.
I was thinking 06 for some reason.
But yeah, I mean, so I mean, we talked about a lot of people. We talked about a lot of Hall of Fames and stuff like that for WWE and all different things. But how about gentleman Chris Adams?
Yes, for the super kick alone.
Heck yeah.
He got good promos too. Him and the Von Erichs and all that.
Mm-hmm.
How about Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Vite?
It's just mad at me.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Will.
It's just mad.
I mean, he had the Doobie Brothers. He had the Doobie Brothers lead singer look.
Yeah, but it was played out by that point. I don't know, man.
I think he was good in the ring. He got a lot of energy and enthusiasm through his matches.
Yeah.
He was very entertaining. How about the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez? Yeah. I know you know about him.
His impact, yeah, because he influenced a lot of people in the ring. I just don't know if his career adds up. But in terms of being a role model and his influence, I want to say yeah. But like I say, it's just his career. He really didn't do that.
All right.
He was very good.
How about this?
He was very good.
Iceman King Parsons.
That's another one I'm iffy on. And the only reason why I'm iffy on Iceman is because he won the title one time.
Yeah.
He was a free bird at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's another
But
one.
his finishing move was kind of weak with the big booty.
Yeah.
He sits there, the ring, and then jumps up and hits him with the butt.
That's just one I'm
That's what Naomi does now.
I mean, technically, he was the first black world champion. Technically, but world class wasn't recognized what like WCW and then WWE is today, so it still goes to Ron Simmons.
All right, so you talked about Naomi. You got an interesting segue here. I want to bring this up to the panel real quick here. Her tag team partner showed up at Royal Rumble. Do you think that she's going to end up injected into the storyline which she's running right now?
Storyline for who?
Naomi.
For Naomi?
Yeah,
Cameron
the storyline she got with Sonya Deville.
Cameron is terrible. No. Cameron is trash. She's always been trash. She's a trash person and she's a trash human being. Every time on Instagram, she'll never date a black dude. Man, get out of here with that. Nah, man.
The only why I'm saying that is because Naomi did an interview and said that they had each other's back, even though she's not in the wrestling business no more.
You really want Cameron to have your back?
I just put it out there.
Okay.
Just put it out there. I just put it out there to y'all discuss.
You gonna die a slow death. You want Cameron to have boy.
All right, so
she's the most trash wrestler I had ever seen in my entire life. All 50 years of it.
all right, Ronda Rousey, is she pushing y'all's needle back, coming back?
Who's 50?
Yes, I'm 50 years old. I was born in 71.
Shut up.
Hey, guess what? June 13th, I turned 52. I turned 50 also.
There you go.
I was born in 1972.
There you go.
I went to see Elvis alive in concert at age 5.
There you go.
So I can say I've seen Elvis, Prince, Michael Jackson all in concert.
Oh, wow. That is amazing.
Elvis and I,
man.
obviously not the same year, but Elvis and I share the same birthday.
Oh, that's cool too.
Yep.
Yeah, my birthday, I celebrate with Tim Allen and the Olsen twins.
Mine is Sable.
I celebrate my birthday with the world's most important person. Because I love me. Like T.O. said, I love me for me. Thank you, Damon. Thank you. That's perfect. That is perfect. The Stacey Dash of professional wrestling. Yes, that is perfect. Yes.
I'd say I compare Cameron to all the female jobbers that come in and lay down for the other people.
Them too. Put her in there too.
Hey, do you remember? You remember back in the old? You remember back in the old days in the 80s when they put the wrestling on TV at midnight? There was always a squash match. They only had one good match at the end.
Yep.
I'm about to compare Cameron to an NFL quarterback, Joe Flacco.
Well, it's worse than Joe. It's worse than
Flacco had his moments though.
She's like Ryan Leaf. She's like Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf is perfect. That's perfect right there.
She's like Ryan Leaf.
At least Flacco got a championship.
You know, Flacco in the playoffs was a different story. Man.
Yeah, playoff Flacco, he was decent. If he got
he
was decent.
You remember? Yeah, you remember you used to stay up late at night watch that NWA wrestling, and then the next thing you know, the first 3 or 4 matches a squash match.
Yep.
So you about half asleep when the good matches come on.
Yep. You be half asleep by the time the good one come on.
And then they always end the show before the match ends.
Oh yeah, TV time. Yep.
And then they come back and they start the next show. Oh yeah, this is what you missed.
Yeah, they give you a rundown, folks. If anything happens, we'll show you next week.
or if you want to know now, just call the NWA hotline at 1-800-422 hotline. It'll cost you 99 cents for the first minute, $1.49 each additional minute.
Then it became a WCW hotline.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember that Mean Gene.
1-900-909-9900.
Hey, they be calling a match, and next thing you know, Jim Ross will be saying, "Oh yeah, if you want to call the hotline right now, we have Lex Luger on the hotline. Call it right now at 1-800-WCW."
I bet you some idiot is still calling that number today.
It's 99 cents. And my dad's like, "I'm gonna call that number." He said, "No, you're not." He said, "If I see $1 come out of my account, you're gonna be fighting."
I used to piss my mom off so bad. When I was younger, man, I used to go to my mom's job. I used to call that jerk on my mom's job. 25 phone calls a month. And my mom's boss would come in there. I didn't know you were such a big wrestling fan.
I could see somebody calling nowadays. I could see somebody nowadays trying to call that number, and when somebody says hello, I'm sorry, and they go like, "I'm sorry, wrong number, hang up."
And then Impact did it for a minute. Back in the day. They did it for a minute with a number, and that was a real working number too.
Yeah.
And
then
did it.
And then a good show, and then the good one was, if you want to come and see us, we'll be in the Greensboro Coliseum, but you got to come the day of the tickets to get in line. Yep. You might want to come early, 24 hours early.
And what's called WB did it too with the Diva Search.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I know because I called that number from Maurice. I've always had a crush on Maurice. Oh my god.
Yeah, until she got married to Miz.
I'm gonna beat the Miz ass. I'm gonna beat his ass and take his gun. I can beat Miz, doggone it. I can't beat none of them other ones. I can beat Miz.
Yeah, I really hate to say it, but Miz like he would get his ass kicked for real. Like he don't like he has no hands. Like like you look at Roman Reigns, you're like, oh man, I can't
Yeah,
Of course,
I
look
can't
at this
take-
guy.
I can't take Roman Reigns on.
I
Yeah.
probably would.
You
beat
can
his
always
ass,
beat
like-
him. You can always beat him. Just turn heel and kick him right in the gonads. You can always beat a guy that way.
Acknowledge me now.
Hey, okay, here you go. This one I want to see.
It's me.
Look at that screen right there.
Who is worse, Cameron or Cameron? Cuz Cameron. Oh my gosh, she is trash.
And you know what?
Oh.
I think Eva Marie was so bad that she embraced it and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron tried.
She
What
had
you
one.
saying?
She had one move, and when she first came out with that DDT, she came out with that DDT. She tried it the first 2 times. She had it looking good, but past those first 2 times, she was sloppy with it. As long as
Well-
everything else.
Miz, the second time he had the WWE champion, not the first, the second time he had the WWE champion, reminds me of Aaron Rodgers in the conference championship or playoff games.
Damn.
Yeah. Now, see, Eva Marie get away being bad because all the outfits she wore, all skimpy looking thing.
Yeah.
You ain't worried about her wrestling. You just looking at her
You
asset.
just looking at her. You just looking at her.
Jordan Dinkins, are you talking about facts for what I said or for the whole Eva Marie thing?
Man, let me tell you about Cameron. Man, Cameron, man, look, they got desperate. That's why they got Cameron. Because they couldn't get the Iconics back. They said no. So you had to have somebody to come in to step in to help with those 2 right there. So that's why Cameron came back.
Well, the Iconics are the Impact champions.
Right, but they also got asked to come back and they refused.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They refused.
Well, they refused because they WWE broke them all up.
And it don't make no sense anyway.
That was so dumb.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense
No,
anyway. Why you gonna fire me? How you gonna fire me? Then you want me to come back for a one off? Nah, cause all right.
Same with Nia Jax.
Yep. Nah. Don't ask me to come back. You fired me.
So this run with Ronda Rousey, you think is helping and gonna help y'all, or is she already past her to get overtime?
I personally didn't care for her coming back. It don't make no difference to me because she's gonna go either against Charlotte or she's gonna go against Becky, and I'm hearing it's Becky.
Well,
So,
she said Charlotte. She picked Charlotte.
She's going with Charlotte.
with Charlotte. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see.
She told she'll break Charlotte's head, drag her through the mud, everything else.
She has to get some more
Whatever, man.
matches in before WrestleMania because she was gassed in the Rumble.
Yeah.
You could see.
Well, I mean, she just had a baby about a month ago.
No, my prediction.
Exactly. That's why I was so surprised she came back. But
My prediction was ever since I found out that Ronda Rousey won the Royal Rumble, my prediction was that she was going to go off and take the Becky Lynch's title. Becky was going to go for the Becky 2 belts again and try to take both and maybe combine them.
I don't think you'll see any combinations anytime soon from anybody.
can we click on
Well-
Ryan's comment real
I would
quick?
love to see a unification of some of those belts.
Which one?
But
The Iconics ain't ish.
I agree.
Whoa, wait a minute. What?
What?
The Iconics are like, they revolutionized women's tag team wrestling. We will not have no Iconic slander.
No, they didn't.
No Iconic slander. No,
No,
none of
they
that.
didn't. Revolutionized women's tag team. No, they didn't. Nah,
Iconics.
But nah, man. I love Billie Kay. Don't get me wrong. I think she, has a good comedic factor.
Oh my God, yes.
But I don't think they revolutionized anything. I think they're good, but I don't think
They're great.
I think they're good though. I think they have a good chemistry between them. And when you had Peyton doing her thing on point, yeah, they're very good. I just don't think they revolutionized anything.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't think they rule that. I don't think they brutalize as just being annoying.
I just think
What is with the slander?
I think they're very good in the ring. I
I just don't like the pitch of the voice. Iconic. I just don't like that.
That's not as bad as the excuse me.
Facts.
Oh, you talking about this? Excuse me.
Facts. Excuse me. Facts. But I love Billie Kay though. I've loved Billie Kay ever since she was in Shimmer Women's Wrestling, and she worked her way up. So I've always loved Billie Kay. So yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, so I mean, talked pretty much about all the Hall of Famers and all those different people active late and stuff. Trying to think of somebody that we haven't really discussed it. I think Brutus Barber Beefcake's in the Hall of Fame, ain't he?
Because he's Hogan's friend.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
The booty man. Come on, man.
Oh man.
That was always cool that he cut people's hair at the end of the match. Shave it right down the middle. Have like a little landing strip. I mean, yeah, I think it was all pretty cool about the different things, different people. Everybody had different aspects of the people we talked about.
Yeah,
I still can't get over Nate wearing the Letterman jacket though. I just can't get over that, Nate. I mean, I know you're still young and everything, but there.
How old are you now?
I ain't think they still giving Letterman jackets out.
20.
You're 20?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
He's young.
Damn.
Yeah. He's gonna be around for a long time.
You know, there's one guy that I am surprised, unless if I'm missing something. There is one person that I know probably will make the WWE Hall of Fame, and I'm kind of surprised he's not already. Unless if I'm missing something. I'm looking through the list again, but I still cannot find him.
I can't find Beefcake on there either.
No, he's not in there yet.
Okay.
I don't think
What are you
Cena's going to
looking
go
for,
in.
Nate?
Cena. He doesn't go in until he breaks the record.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but you see, you ready for this? Thanks for that too. I just forgot about this. WWE's bringing back the World Championship belt, and Brock Lesnar is going to beat. He's going to end up getting both belts. He's going to end up getting back the championship, and he's going to end up getting Roman Reigns, and he's going to unify the title. John Cena is going to come back and grab that title. That's the title that Ric Flair had, right. And that's the title that John Cena wants to break the title with. And that's the title that Ric Flair wants to see John Cena break too. There's a lot of interesting going on with that article about they trying to bring back the World Championship title belt back, and the old look of WCW one that Ric Flair carried around so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if John Cena breaks it, Randy Orton's right around the corner too.
Oh yeah. Orton always going to be a threat to do something.
And it's so crazy when you really think about it. Orton has been doing this as long as Cena. They both came out the same OVW class. Him, Lesnar, Cena, Orton, Batista. But like Orton is still consistent there every week and performing at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think that Orton's been performing like the best that he's had.
I mean, if John Cena would then take all these movie gigs, John Cena will be right there with him.
Yeah.
Because John Cena didn't start missing until he got really heavy in these movies, like The Rock did,
Right.
Which is what their whole feud was based off of, and then Cena did it.
They ended up being the same thing.
Yeah. That's going to be the question too, because John Cena said that he wants to get away from being all in physical in the ring and stuff like that too. So, but he did say that he wanted to Vince turn him down. He did want to wear the Peacemaker's outfit in the Royal Rumble.
Wait, was John Cena supposed to be in the Royal Rumble and something changed last second, or?
No, he was supposed to be there until he mentioned that he wanted to wear his Peacemaker outfit.
And Vince would let him do it.
And Vince wouldn't let him do it. Actually, no, it wasn't Vince. It was Disney. Disney wouldn't let him do it.
Wait, why would Disney not? let him do it.
Or DC.
Because Disney and Vince McMahon have a feud going on, and they still haven't made up yet.
Or DC. DC Comics.
Because he wanted to put all of his entire, he wanted Disney to run his WWE network, and Disney told him no.
I got you.
But it's so funny that Disney picked it up overseas, though.
That's funny.
Yeah, they're gonna be on Disney Plus overseas. Like the United States got Peacock, Indonesia's got Disney here in the WWE.
Wow.
It's funny.
It is.
He says Randy Orton,
All right.
and then he says this right here.
But I will say this though, and it's not. I don't think that. I think that if WWE decided to sell their company and move it to Disney instead of Peacock owning the rights to the shows and everything, I think there still will be this big outlandish because Disney's supposed to be a family friendly TV network, and that's not really how WWE had it. And at the say 90s and or even early 2000s, it really was not that. And I think that a lot of people are going to have this riot, but on social media, if WWE does decide to sell it to Disney.
Yeah, you know what else is funny too is if you look at Disney's programming, they got all the princess, they got all the dwarfs, the wizardry. They got all the superheroes, and now they're gonna get besides DC comic, but they get Marvel, and then they got all the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Now if you put wrestling in there, they got wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be all weird combination there.
Now you also know, WoW is on CW. The CW women's wrestling is on a CW.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go. What's that? Gold wrestling,
That's where Tessa
girls of
Blanchard
wrestling, or something like that.
That's
Back in the old days.
There's the women in wrestling.
That's
That's
active.
what it's
That's
called.
where Tessa Blanchard is right now.
Yeah. That's Tully's daughter.
That's
You
a
get
damn
this.
shame. That's a damn
You ready for that?
shame.
That's Tully Blanchard's daughter, but her mom used to be Magnum TA's wife,
Yeah. I remember you telling
and
me
then
that.
Magnum TA took Tully Blanchard's wife,
Yeah, you told me.
wow.
That was crazy, man.
and they still live together. They still live together in Charlotte
Wow.
because Tully is the caretaker of Magnum. Magnum had to have a caretaker,
Mm.
and so when Tully's on the road with AEW, and if you don't see Jake there, Jake's usually with his brother.
Right.
Because Magnum TA and Jake Snake are brothers.
Yeah.
So.
That I did know. I didn't know the other part though.
Yeah.
I
So
think I told you guys this, but Rob Wiles actually interviewed Jake the Snake here on the ASAP network.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened like a while ago.
yeah, that's back when the old regime under the old management.
Old folks.
Yeah, they still struggling over there on their network, but that's okay. We're moving right along. But yeah, wrestling business, it goes full circle, goes around. You got people that still trying to hang around. That's like Arn Anderson. He doesn't want to give it up, so he's back in management. He pulled his old Glock scene, pulled the Glock out like he did when he was at Four Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching AEW, and next thing you know, he pulled that Glock out, and I'm like, what the freak is he doing a Four Horsemen gig right here?
It's not just a spot. It's not a level spot. It's not spot. It's not
Spot. You got to take the gun out. You got to put the Glock. You got to put him to the head, and you got to pull it back.
Going, cuz. Come on, cuz. Get the cash out. All right, let's go.
That's part of his cash app handle, the Glock.
Get the Glock. Cash out.
But yeah, you see him try to pull some of these old gimmicks back out. This is so funny. I think the old gimmick could really work right now is honky tonk man.
You got to be careful too, because some of these old gimmicks you can't do today.
I don't know. You'll
No.
get canceled.
You can't, like the bushwhackers coming out licking people. No.
It's look and look.
I loved it. I thought it was kind of funny that
No.
when Charlotte Flair, when she first came into WWE, the main roster, she would come in and rip Flair's old music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And then they put the old music. Then they put a little bit of the clips of the old music with the new music.
Yeah. But a lot of that stuff you can't do today. A lot of that stuff you can't.
When Ric Flair played that music, one of his friends, one of the guys told him that music will never work. And then 40 some years later, it's still working.
Still working today. Still working today.
It's because the music piece, it works great because you can put all kinds of fireworks with it. At certain places, the fireworks will come in, and it just times right with the music. I mean, it's just a good timing.
Facts. That's true.
Made the guy rich.
Yeah.
Because he got royalty of all that publicity and stuff like that.
Have you guys seen those new pictures of Paige?
Yes.
Yeah, her changing her hair and all that color. Yeah, she's coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna bring her back, but she's gonna come back somehow.
I would find it interesting if Paige comes back, she does what John Cena did during Money in the Bank, but for WrestleMania.
What do you mean?
You know how John Cena came back during Money in the Bank and squared off with gave Roman Reigns the look. I can totally see Paige coming back and then doing the same thing to Charlotte or to Becky Lynch.
You know what may sound crazy about that? She can't, because Charlotte and Becky Lynch are bigger names than Paige.
Facts.
Actually, I could see Paige. Now I think about it, I could see Paige coming back and giving having a not very long but a little bit of a feud with Becky Lynch, and then Doudrop comes in and says, "Hey,
Don't you disrespect my girl Doudrop.
you
Disrespect Doudrop. I'll never forgive you, Nate.
Hey, I got a question for you right here. How about Becky? When Becky Lynch faces Lita in the Elimination Chamber match, Doudrop comes and helps Lita win the belt.
I can take that.
Because you think Lita just come back to put Becky Lynch over?
And then Doudrop turns on Lita and takes it. I can take that.
Or Lita wins it and then hands the belts over to Doudrop.
There you go. I'll take that too. Doudrop, boy. I don't be disrespecting my girl Doudrop.
I'm gonna be quiet on
or Lita wins the belt and hands it over to Liv Morgan.
No, give it to Doudrop, man. Doudrop deserves it, man. I be hating.
She on her honeymoon or something?
I guess she is, because I haven't seen her lately.
Or are they changing her gimmick? One of the two.
Because they were supposed to change her gimmick to her
like the original.
Yeah. And Sarah Logan going for the title, tag team titles again.
Doudrop, boy, I'm telling you.
It'd be funny if they do. The women's tag.
Nah, I have a feeling WWE might let Liv go, and then they show up on AEW to help Ruby Riott win the belt.
She need help. The way they got her portrayed right now, she need it. I mean,
they disrespecting her. I mean, she was better on the independent circuit.
She should have beat Jade. If she would have beat Jade and taken over that TBS title, Jade trains up, comes back, and fights her in 6 months.
Yeah.
Or toward the middle of the year, better than what she is now, skill wise. That match would have a lot of value, but as that match is right now, it has no value to it other than You got your first TBS.
Yeah, I mean, Ruby Riott was the beast on the independent circuit, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got in WWE. She started out being good, and then she got hurt. Then they couldn't bring her back all the way, and then they let her go. So, but I think Sarah Logan wants to get into it. All righty. I guess we ran over what WCW used to say. We got some extra time in.
Oh yeah,
Like 55 minutes.
We got a whole 2-hour show.
Got a whole 2-hour show for y'all. So,
it's been a while since
I mean,
we've been on it.
I mean, like if you don't go by show and you just start by the thing, time flies on you.
facts.
You know. So
Hopefully you put this. Hopefully this episode make it over to Roku. Hopefully.
yeah.
Don't know if it will.
So
Hopefully.
I'm
It's
off
for us
tomorrow.
again. So
Oh, it must be nice.
I'm always off. I'm retired.
Must be real nice.
heck yeah.
I'm retired.
I got kids. I got to work, bro.
I got kids too, but my PTSD don't allow me to work. So
Yeah, I work Thursday and Friday, but I'm off tomorrow.
I got these badass kids.
yeah, I get nervous when I go to work. Somebody walks behind me and stuff like that. I just get nervous. I had a nervous breakdown at work. So
man,
yeah, PTSD doesn't it hurts.
Yeah.
You might not see I'm struggling, but I do struggle. Mental illness. You know, people look at you like you ain't got no disability, and next thing you know, you tell them you got PTSD, and they be like, "Oh, okay." It's not the physical you see outside; it's the mental, that capacity, or tragedy, and all that stuff that happen when you're in the military and stuff like that. So, all right, Nate, you can go ahead and take us out.
All right, this has been Nate the Great, Ray Cruz, Will Morgan, and Chris Pretty Boy Robinson signing out, and we'll see you guys on the other side of the next show.
Because Ray Cruz said so.
he said next show. They decided the next show.
Oh, whoops! I clicked on the wrong thing.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.